Why, hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I am your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and this will be the very first official episode or video on the new Fireside chat. So we're going to be hanging out, we're going to be having chats here on this particular playlist here on the channel of Voice of the Rings, and I'm going to be talking about things. So I have one fun thing to talk with you guys about today. I know a lot of you guys have really enjoyed this. So again, I did a bunch more updates recently on my channel, blah, blah, blah. I usually cover that on my blog playlist, LOTRO update things. But you guys have really enjoyed my conversational talks, just like this. I'm just talking with you about different things, and I appreciate that. And I can see it with the numbers, with you guys watching and liking. So I'm glad that you guys have been enjoying that. I enjoy doing it, like talking and giving, and having a fun time making different videos and different subjects. So if you guys are enjoying it and I'm enjoying it, it's one of the goals of the channel. Now, just so everyone knows, I said this in the intro video of this playlist that I released recently, the video, but this will not be like taking over other content. I'll still have my normal other blog playlists, so they're all organized and everything. But I've redone the playlists and done all the stuff. And something I really want to ask you guys about is I've been thinking about, I would like to use a different term than just my viewers. I don't know why my viewers just kind of feels empty. And I really would like something that's really nice to call you guys when I say things. So I've been thinking of a couple thoughts, and I'm overall going to be the one to pick it, right, and start using the term or whatever. So for my Patreons, you're going to now be my noble Patreons, because that just sounds way cooler. So any of my Patreons will now be my noble Patreons when I bring up the little Patreon card. But for my regular viewers, my regular subscribers and followers on YouTube or whatever platform you're watching on, I was thinking of a couple thoughts, so I brought some up. And in the future on this playlist, I might add in some fire sound effects or something. But right now, I just kind of like the clean, just talking. Sometimes it's a little distracting to have music or some sound effect in the background. Sometimes it's nice. It just kind of depends, right? What do you guys think? Leave a comment on that. But so I kind of do a little of both on my channel, so it just depends. Also, we got a new little thing back here, though. Now I just realized, because my camera is inverting letters, that is inverted. But that's okay. So, this new playlist, here's the thoughts I was thinking for you guys. All right. So, I was thinking it could be my, there's a couple words I liked. Noble seems good for the Patreon, but I don't really want to use that for other stuff. I know a couple other channels I watch uses a certain term like that. But I'm going to use something like, I was thinking, my valiant viewers, or my valiant kinship, or my valiant, my noble kinship, right? I also have, let's see what else I have. My valiant clan, but as much as I like the term clan, it doesn't really have the right ring to it, I think. I'm very Scottish, I love that background, and technically, I guess if I was the clan chief of our subscribers, that would make sense. But that's one thought. But I'm definitely going to use my noble patrons for the Patreons, because I like that. So I'm just kind of thinking probably like my valiant kinship, or my valiant fellowship. Or there's a couple different terms I've been thinking too. If you guys have any other thoughts, I'd love to hear them in the description, because this isn't set in stone yet. I've just been thinking about it. I'll probably think about it for a couple more weeks after I release this video. So I've been thinking about it. I like the term fellowship. I like the term kinship, because they make a lot of sense. And the word clan also makes sense. So those would be words that are good trade-in for viewers, right? Because my viewers, and one thing about the word viewer is that I will still use it for newer people who don't maybe understand what I'm saying with whatever other term I'm using. But the word viewers is nice, but sometimes I get this feeling that it's just like, you guys are just numbers or something. And that's just not the case, right? I know you guys are all real people watching my channel, subscribing, watching, liking, all that stuff. So I kind of want there to be like a more official, nice title for you guys. Does that make sense? I mean, that's personally how I feel. So I'm sure some of you feel that way. So anyway, that's what I've been kind of thinking about lately. Leave in the comments too. I just like viewers. Like, that's fine too. You can leave that comment too. If you totally disagree with me, that's totally fine. It's not like it's gonna break our bonds of fellowship. So anyway, so I really like the term kinship is nice, but the reason I don't necessarily want to use the word kinship for my viewers is because it's going to confuse the fact that with Lord of the Rings Online, our kinship members, right? We're called a kinship. So that's why I was like, kinship might not work, even though my Valiant kinship sounds pretty cool. And so like, or my Valiant viewers. Again, I could just say like my Valiant viewers. I mean, that would work, right? It just has to feel natural, right? As I'm using it, as I'm using the term, because otherwise it'll just be like, drive me crazy. Feels like I'm forcing it then, and I don't want that. So, and then I really thought about, so the Fellowship, right? Because the Lord of the Ring, the Fellowship of the Ring, that's great, right? My Valiant Fellowship. It works. Now, in my mind, when I think Fellowship, I always think 9, right? Because of the Fellowship of the Ring. But in reality, Fellowship is used in a lot of other ways. Community groups, church things, the Fellowship of a church, that kind of thing. The Fellowship, it's a group thing, right? And that could be thousands of people or more, right? So a fellowship might work really nice. My Valiant Fellowship sounds pretty nice. So I'm tending it towards that as the term I would like to be using, because it feels very, kind of just rolls off the tongue. And then we have separations, right? When I say my kinship, I'm talking about our Lord of the Rings Online kinship. When I say my Valiant Fellowship, we're talking about the viewers here on Voice of the Rings, my subscribers, okay? And then my noble Patreons will be my noble Patreons. You see, I'm tending towards those particular terms to start using, but I also like my Valiant Clan or my clan members. But if I say members, again, I don't really like the term members. It feels a little dull too, because it's kind of what they use for the YouTube members, which I want to make sure I don't confuse that too. Again, if I say thank you to my members on YouTube, it's people who are paying to be a member on the YouTube, right? So that's what I'm trying to think of the differences of what I'd like. What do you guys think? All right. So this is my first little fireside chat. I got to say on a side note that someone made a really nice comment the other day that they really liked my video from like a year and a half ago, where I made a video on being positive and stuff. And I appreciate that. I'm glad that you enjoyed that. I'm glad that made them happy. I had another really nice comment the other day. And again, this is fireside chat, so I can talk about whatever I feel like. Is someone made a comment that, oh, please don't ever stop making videos. Your videos just make me so happy. They're so nice and stuff, or something like that. And it was really nice. It was a really nice comment. So I appreciate those comments. Those mean a lot. Definitely helps recharge me, keep me going. I do not, just so you guys know, I do not plan on going anywhere. Those encouraging comments are still wonderful. I will take as many as you guys want to give me. It's fantastic. Has there been times where I feel a little like stagnant for a second with what I'm doing or working on for a week or so? Yes, I've had that little bit of pause here and there, but I'm very happy with doing this channel. And it's really a blessing how fast it's growing, and you guys have really supported it. And again, as a content creator, there's no way I could do this without so many people liking and sharing and watching. And I have noticed you guys' like outreach, as in like sharing videos, liking, watch time, all that stuff. My watch time's just gone way up. You guys are subscribing so fast. I didn't think we hit 10,000 subscribers at the time of making this video. We're almost there. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. So I really appreciate that a lot. And my Patreons, my noble Patreons, I really couldn't do it without you guys. And even the people who only just do the little bit or whatever each month, that adds up. That helps me, right? Again, I'm doing this full time now. So it's like, I'm trying to get to the point where, I'm not having to break into my savings anymore, which are almost dwindle. But again, I'm not here to guilt trip people. I don't want you guys to be guilt tripped. I want you to be here to have fun. If you want to go above and beyond and you Patreon or Super Chats or all that stuff, you're amazing. Thank you so much. But guys, liking, subscribing, watching, that all is your time too. And it's, it's free to you. Free, meaning you're still spending your time to do it. But that really helps me too. So all of it, I've noticed the difference, and I appreciate that greatly, and it means a lot. And to finish up, my goal is I really would like to always do this full time, this channel. That is the goal. So don't worry, I'm not planning on going anywhere. Now, but who knows what the future always holds. God willing, I can keep doing this. And you guys are clearly doing amazing things to help my channel grow quickly, and watching the content. And I'm so glad you guys enjoy it. So, because of that, I I anticipate that I will be here for much longer to come, and hopefully can always do it full time. I think so, right? In the future, it just really depends. What if I'd have to get another side job or something and then do it part time, blah blah blah. But again, I work like 50 plus hours on this channel a week. It might not always seem like it. Well, I mean, some of you definitely tell because you're like, Zollin, do you ever sleep? It's like, well, a little bit, because I usually am doing stuff like all night too, because I work stuff at night, because I get a lot of messages from Europe and stuff, and doing stuff with online with people too then, and Australia and stuff, because I'm on the Pacific coast of the West Coast, so I'm like, which works out. I'm that kind of person that could just like get 3 or 4 hours of sleep and I'll be fine. And then, halfway through the day, I do another 3 or 4 hours of sleep. That kind of thing. I try not to always do that, try to sleep on a regular schedule, but that's usually it. But anyway, you guys leave your comments. Thank you for listening to my little spiel here. This will basically be kind of what the Fireside chat is. I know not everybody's going to care for this, but again, don't worry. I'm not going to be limiting what I do with other videos because of this. This will just be extra videos slapped on. One thing that I have realized, though, is I think I was kind of maybe being a little bit too much of a, going a little too ham on as a new content creator, still learning. I will always be learning. That is life. We're always learning. And things keep changing on YouTube, right? Or any social media platforms. But I think I was going a little too ambitious with trying to do like a post every single day for all the different themes. Don't worry, I'm not going to stop doing them all, but I'm definitely probably not going to do it every single day. I will still get them out occasionally, Meme Monday, Tolkien, Poll Tuesday or Quiz Tuesday, right? I'll still be doing those at times, but I'll have to do them when I can, because my real goal will always be to make videos or live streams. That's always kind of like my main goal. Those are kind of like the icing on top if I get to those. So I will do my best to I'm trying to balance that, and then other things I do in life, of course, as well. I'm very involved in my community and my church and things like that as well. But really, I've been putting all of my time into this now, into my channel, and I really love it. And it really means a lot that you guys have put so much of your time and love into leaving comments and joining in. And I have a lot of people in my kinship and Lord of the Rings Online who have really put in a lot of extra work to help the channel. I've got, just to name a few names, Mr. Hammer, Bell, both doing officer stuff, and then we have also Emily, Ice, Vamp, or Ice is also Helm. They're all doing different things to help. Mr. Ravel is in charge of like our resources, and then I know, shout out to Lord Kev, has been posting stuff on X or Twitter for me. That's been really helpful. I really appreciate things like that, because I do this all myself. I see why YouTubers, when they get really big, they'll get an editor and stuff, because that's where a lot of your time gets just eaten. You don't even realize. You work on a video, you might record a 45-minute video or something, and then you realize you have to do a bunch of editing, and then you realize you put 2 hours in editing, right? So now you're at almost 3 hours of work, right? And then I have to post it, wait for it to upload. Then I have to do all the thumbnails, all this, all that. And that's one video. So sometimes one video could turn into a 5-hour project. And it might be like less than an hour video, right? And that's not all my videos. So I try to learn what videos I should do at what times, right? So replica reviews, I want to do more of those, but they take a lot of time because I have to record, bring that file off, make sure I edit it right, add music, do this, do that, make sure it flows nice, things like that. It takes a lot of extra work. Where like a LOTRO tale, I've gotten pretty good at almost being like on the spot, kind of if you watch my live streams. So usually I can just record at the right recording, do my voiceover, end recording, upload. And then I do all my, make the thumbnail, do the timestamps or whatever, do the description, titles, all that kind of stuff, right? End cards. There's a lot of things that people don't realize as a content creator, which is fine. You don't have to realize. You're just supposed to enjoy. But just so you know, I appreciate all the support. So with that, I think mainly just think about the names. I'm really, I like my Valiant Fellowship. That one has a good ring to it. And then we have separate the Kinship or my Valiant Clan. What do you guys think of the word clan? The Voice of the Rings clan. Doesn't sound bad. I mean, we could even be the Ironshield's clan, right? Because my persona name is Zollin Ironshield, which, again, you guys want to call me something on stream or whatever, just call me Zollin. I answer that to real life people. This is real life. But you know what I'm saying. my close family will call me Zollin sometimes, and I'll answer to that, and my friends. So that's what I mean by that. So yeah, that's totally fine. But you can call me Voice too, whatever, Voice of the Rings. But it's really, really fun. I've really been enjoying doing the channel. I have so many more fun things that I want to do on the channel. It's just like, time. I can't even believe it that I'm doing this full time, and I still feel like I have no time, right? Who says that? In the, it's in Lord of the Rings, right? Is it, oh, Gandalf, right? When he's Gandalf the White. For 1,000 ages, something I had so much time, and now I don't even have any or something, right? One day. I forget the exact wording. I'll look it up later. It's going to drive me crazy otherwise, so. All right. Oh, I wish it, there's a couple of different ones here. Oh, it didn't figure it out. It's giving me all we have to do is to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us, which is actually right here, but again, it's inverted, so we might not leave that there. But yeah. And you guys are like, why is it inverted anyway? Because I like the camera angle the way it is, because otherwise, if it does it the regular way, I look the wrong way when I'm in this corner. That's why. And I don't want to be in that corner when I do my videos. it just works better being and you're basically getting an exact look. Instead of getting a mirror image, you're getting the exact look. But unfortunately, when you do that with any camera or mirror, it causes words to look backwards. You know, with my dyslexia, I can almost read it though, so it's not too bad though. All right. Anyway, you guys have a great day in Middle Earth. Thank you to my noble Patreons, and thank you, my valiant fellowship, for watching, liking, and subscribing. And I will see you guys all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. And thank you, Reb, for being a Royal Guardian. You're the best. All right, guys. Stay happy, my friends. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings.